This is what the first day of school is like.
Summer is just a beautiful season. The sun is shining, the trees are green, and you can stay out with your homies all night. And best of all, you get to sleep in till that shit gets absolutely fucked by the first day of school. And waking up to that first alarm of the school year will have you discombobulated as hell. Like, square doodle mat salami mouse.
Shut up, Mom!
That is so true. I used to go to bed at like 4 a.m. in the summer, and then I'd have to wake up for school on the first day at like 6:30. So I'd only get like 2 hours of sleep when the first day of school rolled around.
Most of the time, and it's so weird how this would happen. Totally not a Quinky thing, but like every time the first day of school came around, I suddenly had a fever. Like crazy how that happens.
I went to school with Jack, and he missed the most amount of days in the entire school. He would skip so often.
Yeah, Jack's immune system was all over the place.
I'm not recommending people do this, but like, you know, when you find the perfect temperature in the faucet, you know, the balance of hot and cold water to make the water about like 101 degrees Fahrenheit, that's a good feeling.
Right. But then once your parents say, all right, let's go to the doctor, then you gotta go, oh no, it's not that bad. Like, I'll take some medicine, Mom. Just give me Tylenol. I'm good.
What? You heard me. Square doodle mat salami mouse. Wait, huh? Really? Keytor's claw Bosomorph. Man,
that's how my mom sounds on a usual day.
What the fuck? And even though getting out of bed early hurts your soul, it's absolutely necessary you spend at least 5 minutes staring at your wall, contemplating your entire life. And if you're a real G, you laid out your toughest fit the night before, so you're low-key hyped.
I'm not the toughest G.
School. So you throw on your new shoes and flick up for the first day of school. And then you walk over
didn't
to
even
the
put on pants.
where you will not only pursue your educational prowess, but you may also dabble in what some call stunting on these.
Yeah!
Go ahead,
What the
kid,
huz doing? What the huz doing? With the Minecraft creeper backpack. Let's go!
I think my biggest flex in school was when I bought new folders and I had like new clean folders. That's when I was feeling myself then.
Wait.
The best one, the best flex is having an actual lunchbox. That is a flex.
Wait, didn't you guys both go to all boys school?
I did from ages 14 to 18. I went to an all men's school.
Me too. I went to school with Jack, but prior to that, there were some women.
Okay.
We had some female teachers.
That's right.
Where the huz at?
All right, I'm gonna play the video.
Adam's a chuzz.
And I will say, linking up with your boys on the first day of school.
That was clean.
Dog, yo, what's up, man?
Like, I'll be reuniting with the homies.
Gotta kiss the boys, though.
See him 12 hours ago. And we're all happy and shit until the school bell reminds me I just got my locked up for another 10 months.
It's like prison, man.
And I don't know about y'all, but
first
I don't
day's
think
the worst
I've
day.
ever made it to my first class of the year on time. Like, it'll be 9:15 and my dumb will still be trying to figure out how to make it to room 347 by 8:55. And walking into your first class of the year late has to be one of the most uncomfortable situations you can experience, bro. Because the teacher will be like, oh, and who are you? Oh, I'm Chains. Well, Chains, why are you late? Because the bell rang before I got here. All right, whatever. We waited for you before we started introductions. Oh,
Dude, introductions. Do you guys remember introductions? They're like, say 3 things about yourself. Oh my gosh, dude, my brain went so blank every time. I'd be like, I like to walk outdoors.
Well, also, you kind of know when you're up because they'll go in a line. And so, like, you're just trying to think the whole time exactly what you're going to say. And then eventually it's your turn to go and you're like, I like Cheerios.
Yeah, I like turtles.
Everybody that goes by a nickname can relate with me on this. That the first day is the worst day because you got to explain to every teacher that your name is not how it appears on the sheet that they read from. So every single time I would go into class, they'd be like, Jonathan Beck. And I'd be like, dude, my name is Jack.
Same thing would happen to me. They'd be like, Adam. My name's freaking Dirt Boy.
Yeah, good times.
I broke my glasses.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Now I
you're
look like a
definitely
50-year-old woman.
Yeah, you aged up.
oh no, you shouldn't have. Well, you're welcome. We just wanted you to feel. No, like, you really shouldn't have. Like, I don't want to do this shit. And tell me why all these teachers have been copy-pasting the same icebreaker games since preschool.
Yes.
Like that one where you have to start with an adjective that starts with the same letter as your name. Like, how do you have a group of legal adults in a circle, awkward as hell, talking about, hi guys, I'm Super Sarah. Hey y'all. I'm Awesome Aiden, and I'm
All right, Adam. What's yours?
I'm Awesome Adam.
I'm Jubilant Jack.
Alec, can I do yours?
Okay.
You're always on fire, Alec.
How's it going? How's it going, Alec? You're always on fire?
Yeah, and you're obnoxious Adam.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say obnoxiously big nose Adam. Thank
No,
you.
you
Thank
see,
you for not saying
Alec, that's an O. That doesn't work.
Oh.
that. Oh yeah.
I'm playing the long game. I know what I'm doing. That was a two-tier joke right there. That was awesome. Come on.
Yeah, I got
That
you.
was
Yeah.
sick.
I played into that on purpose.
Holy crap, I'm so good.
and I'm a marvelous Marvin. Shit, if we don't stop doing these icebreakers, I'm about to joyfully jump off a cliff. And after we're done grinding out icebreakers, these teachers have the audacity to show a whole 50-slide PowerPoint all about them. Like the fuck?
Oh my
This
gosh,
class is
dude.
supposed to be the study of math, not the study.
Dude, they show off like their summer vacations where they went, and then you get to see them in a bathing suit. I'm like, whoa, it's the first day. Relax, Miss Rachel.
Take me out first. Come on.
Yeah.
My one teacher, Bro Joe, did the same thing. He was like in a big Hawaiian shirt, and I got to see his big belly. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Show me more.
Well, that's when it was an all-boys school, so it was all right. And we were just with the boys.
Boys being dudes, being bros, doing guy things.
Boys.
Boys.
Study of your daughter's soccer
We're all
games,
single.
bro. And I'm not even gonna lie, my ass will be out there taking notes, wondering how the 7-year-old's goals per game ratio is gonna help me on my trigonometry test. Then just as soon as you survive all that bullshit, you gotta go to the next class and do that shit again.
Yep.
By the time you learn half your teacher's favorite hiking spots and relationship statuses, you're relieved to hear the lunch bell, only to find out the cafeteria is serving straight with a side of booty for lunch. And my standards aren't even high. Like during summer, I was on a seafood diet, as they would say. When I see food, I eat that shit. But when it comes to this
That was the best.
cafeteria food, I could even bring myself to smell that abomination they're calling meat.
I do gotta give a shout out to my mama. Shout out Pam. She did a great job making me food every single morning. She made my lunch every single morning. That's a W, mom. That is a W, mom.
She would get the condiments, and then she would mesh it all together. Shout out Pam.
A lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, a lot of Oreos, a lot of Cheez-Its, a lot of Goldfish, and Nutter Butters. That was
It's
most
crazy
of my diet.
because Alec came to school with the biggest lunch, and after he finished it, he would go from person to person asking if they were going to finish their lunch.
It is a true story. That is actually very true. Especially because, again, we went to an all-boys school, so, like, everyone knew everyone. It was a small school, and my way of socializing would be at lunch, where I'd finish mine. Actually, I would eat my lunch at break before lunch, so that when I went to lunch, I could just go around and ask anyone if they had any leftovers. But I wouldn't bully people. I wouldn't be like, I'm gonna punch your nose in if you don't give me your food. It was always like, hey, you gonna finish that?
And then he wouldn't leave, and you would actually feel the drool coming down from his mouth on top of your body. So you were like, you had two choices. You either eat your food with drool dripping, or you give it up.
There were some days I would just stand by the garbage bin and just watch people. And if they threw anything out that I wanted, I'd be like,
You would just act like
yeah.
you'd put yourself in the bin.
I would get inside the garbage bin and just open my mouth.
Oscar the Grouch over there.
Yeah, it was crazy. He did the same thing in the bathrooms, too.
And meatloaf. But even though the food was straight dokey, I won't lie, it's kind of nice being back at the lunch table freestyling with the homies. But of course, all good things must come to an end. So the bell rings and I go to depart ways with the homies. All right, peace out, man. Yeah, see you, bro.
It's always so
shit.
clean.
Oh, are we going the same way? Damn, yeah, I guess so. All right, peace out for real. Yeah, see you, bro.
They're going the same way again. They're gonna be in the same class. They're gonna be in the same class.
Yeah, bro. Me too.
Yeah.
All right, class. I'm gonna be taking some attendance. Correct me if I get your name wrong. Jason. Here. Billy. Yo. Megan. Present. Chains. Here. Charlie. That's me. Bob. No fucking way. Is there any Bobs in the room? Yo. Yo, do you hear that? Is that intro
Are they talking
music?
to us?
Does anyone here know a bar?
Oh, they're all in the same class.
Class where you got all the boys sitting together. Like from the jump, you already know you're all about to fail the fuck out of that. But it's
Dude, whenever you have all the boys in the same class, you know by the end the teacher's gonna separate you guys. It can't last.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, and I don't condone this activity, but I might have cheated a little bit in some of my classes.
Bro.
And me and my boys, like we had a whole system down pat. We knew exactly how to like communicate to each other answers on an exam.
I heard that.
Without the teacher knowing.
Can I guess? So
Okay.
in chess, I saw this thing where they were like giving the other guy the moves, and it's like a tiny little vibrator that you put right in your butt, and then you would
That's
touch
insane.
it. So one button is A, 2 button B, 3 button C, 4 button D. Jack, you're following? Alec, am I right? Can I get a 1 button?
Well, the thing is, Adam, we had multiple methods. I will not disclose whether or not that was one of them.
Okay.
Alec is getting answers right now.
Alex,
That is correct.
wait, let me send over the answer to Alec.
Incorrect. Nope. I totally don't do that. I've never done that. I've never done that once.
gonna be fun as hell. All right, so everyone introduce yourselves and tell us what you did over summer break.
My name's Bartholomew. my name's Bartholomew. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had a pretty rough summer. I mean, I crashed my car. My girlfriend broke up with me.
It's
Someone
like SpongeBob
robbed
and
my
Patrick in
house.
boating
My
school.
grandma
Once one of the
jumped
friends start
on me.
laughing, it's over.
The teacher's so mad.
And what's crazy about the first day of the school year is how these teachers will act all nice, talking about, it's so lovely to see all your beautiful faces, and it's also nice to see you, Aiden.
Wait. What the f?
We're gonna have an amazing, fun year, and guess what? There's no homework today. Knowing damn well they're about to make up for it with twice as much homework tomorrow. Like, they'll for real be handing out kindergarten coloring sheets the first day, and then tomorrow you're getting whooped by some calculus worksheets.
That's how it be.
And I didn't even talk about the motherfuckers you'll be seeing in the halls on the first day. Like, I don't know what these dudes be going through in those 2 months, but motherfuckers be going from Arthur Kennedy to AK real fast. Oh, shit. Is that you, Arthur? Oh, gee. Don't be dropping the government name like that.
Government name, but that's just
A ski mask on
Hey,
his head.
fam, it's AK.
Aye, man. What you been up to, bro?
Hey, fam, I'm trapping, trying to make it out of the mud, you know?
What?
Mud. You live in a gated community.
Oh, that's the ops right there, fam. Get down.
The ops.
The
That's
teacher?
just Edward.
Or the way these new freshmen be.
I will say, going to school with someone from when you're like 7 years old until you're like 13, 14, 15. Some people change so much, it's crazy. Like
It's
when they're
almost
like,
the most formative years of people's lives from age 10 to 18. You change, your brain changes, your body changes, people around you change, everything's changing.
Everything's changing.
yeah. Like Jack and I went to a private high school. Most of the kids that we knew went to a public high school. And a lot of those kids I didn't talk to ever again. But I would like check in on them. No, I'm being serious. Like I would check in on them like 5 years later just to see what they're up to, like on Instagram. Completely different person. Like I would never recognize them ever again. It's crazy.
The moral of the story here, guys, is that middle school and high school are temporary. It's a time to experiment, and just eventually one day you'll become the person you want to really be.
Just stick to just be yourself. Just be your authentic self. That's my 2 cents.
My teacher told me to not do that.
Unless your name's Adam Beck, because then you turn into a freak. A real freak.
Getting the dog out of the cage.
See, that's Adam being authentic. Adam, stop that now.
Adam would do that every day during class.
Okay.
Scared a senior's gonna slap the books out of their hands and take their Fortnite V-Bucks gift card. Like, bro.
Nah, it's Robux
you
now,
freshmen
boy.
are worried about the wrong V card. Like, I don't know why, but the day these kids
I
go
don't
from
get it.
sophomore to seniors, they instantly decide to pull an EDP. Like, bro, you're 18 and she's fresh out of middle school. That's a whole crime, but that's not the only
Illegal!
crime to be committing on the first day of school.
Illegal!
Dudes be pulling up to school with the most atrocious fits known to man.
That's not me.
That's Jack.
Way you lay
I
up
literally
all
Fire.
night,
I have Crocs on right now.
cheap ass fit the night before. slept on it, then woke up and thought, oh yeah, the
We're gonna love this one.
like I'm not gonna
That's what
lie,
I thought when
you
I went to
could
my all-boys
never catch
school.
me wearing the types of fit these motherfuckers be wearing, bro. Like that should have never made it out the closet. Like I don't condone bullying. But all I'm gonna say is, your actions have consequences, bro. Speaking of consequences, every year it seems like
Not
the
even
rules
close to
teachers
how you
tell you
spell
on
it.
the first day keep getting more strict. Like you'll be walking into the first class of the year all jolly and all of a sudden you're getting your smacked by the longest list of class rules you've ever seen. Hey class, I'm super excited to have you. We're gonna have so much fun this year, but first, I'm gonna go over some of the class rules.
No
Okay, so
breathing,
there will be
no looking.
negativity, no phones, no
What?
food, no
What?
talking when
What?
I'm talking. Actually, no talking ever, no laughing, no
Yep,
smiling.
yep.
Breathe as quiet as
Prison.
possible.
Prison.
No washroom breaks. And last but not least, no having fun. So yeah, guys, like I said, I think we're gonna have a lot
It
of
depends
fun
on the
this year,
teacher.
just like that, man. Summer's over and you're back to school. It's possibly one of the worst times of the year. Like, do you really think it's a coincidence that when school starts up, the sun just starts hiding and the leaves start dying? You see what
That's a
I'm
very good
implying,
point.
But I will say, one day you might just look back on these times as the good old days and you might just start crying.
What do you think, Alec?
That is absolutely true. I do kind of miss school, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of it at the time.
Yeah.
School is great. It's all about the people, the friendships, less about the school part. Because the school part is like good, but it's more about the people that you grow up with, the teachers that inspire you, and the YouTubers that you watch while you're in school, just like us, guys. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys smash like, subscribe, and click right here instead of doing your homework.
Get those glasses fixed, Jack.
No.